Hello guys. You are on the channel Alice Reddit Stories. Enjoy watching. A little bit of backstory to this. I, 19F, was in a 2-year relationship where I was constantly gaslit and cheated on multiple times. This left me with extreme anxiety when it comes to relationships and irrational worry of being cheated on again. My boyfriend, 19M, and I have been together for 10 months, and I told him about this from the get-go. He has been incredibly open and supportive. He is more than happy to show me his chat history with other females if I express that I'm anxious about it. We are a mid-distance relationship, living about 2 hours away from each other, so when we're not together we call a lot. We were on a call late last night, just chatting and sending each other memes on Instagram, when he mentioned a random girl had started messaging him that morning. I was mostly curious, so I asked him what she had said. He explained to me that she had told him she liked his bike and was originally just asking normal questions. How long have you had it? Do you ride it much? What do you do for work? He answered the questions and asked them back to her. He told her his current job, and she replied with "I've always been drawn to men that are good with their hands," which is obviously flirting. He seemed to brush it off and asked her another question. I will mention he's not the best at gauging more implicit signals, and takes a lot of things at face value. But this is not an excuse. They spoke for a bit longer and he mentioned that he is currently recovering from a back injury. She asked him, "Do you have anyone looking after you?" and he replied with a negative. I have been looking after him for the last month as he is suffering extreme pain from his injury. He has been staying with me and only had to go home yesterday for a blood test. She then offered to come and look after him, in exchange for him taking her for a spin on the bike when he's better. His reply was simply that he was not in her area and that she was too far away. After a few more general questions and answers, he forgot to reply to her, and so a few hours after she messages that she was sorry if she came across too strong as he had aired her, he apologized and gave his reason as he was busy and not on his phone. However, this is where her replies didn't make sense. She said that it was okay, and then said I agree with that and I had to shoot my shot. These came out of nowhere and didn't flow with the conversation. So I knew that he had deleted some messages. He denied it at first, even after I asked him multiple times, but continues to lie. He told me that he had now just sent her a message saying he had a girlfriend and apologizing for any confusion, so I went silent and started to message this girl, politely asking if they has been talking and if he had deleted any messages. He asked me what I was doing and I told him. He then told me that he had deleted one message because he was scared it would upset me, however he could not remember what the message said. At this point he was in tears and apologizing. The girl responded very apologetically and told me that she was not aware of my existence, and that she thought that he was flirting with her, which is understandable. Even if he realized it or not, his tone was a little flirty, as well as the fact that he carried on the conversation. She informed me that the deleted message was along the lines of "I don't mind, confidence is key X," in reply to her message apologizing for coming on too strong. Their chat is not necessarily the issue. This could have easily been something him and I could have talked through and set boundaries. However, he lied, deleted messages, and only told me when he knew I would find out. I have been through his phone, around 3 days ago, and I couldn't find anything bad. No flirty chats with girls, no weird contacts or secret folders. It all seemed okay and really soothed my anxieties. I did this for my own peace of mind. He was okay with this. I do believe this is most likely an isolated incident. He told me voluntarily that she was messaging him, however the lying has upset me very much. I don't usually have an issue with much, I am very chill, but lying is my biggest hate. He knows this. He is very apologetic and sincere, but I am very upset. I'm not really sure how to feel about this, what to do, or even what to say to him. TLDR. My boyfriend, 19M, was messaged by a stranger, 19F, on Instagram. He didn't realize she was coming on to him. I, 19F, found out and caught him lying/deleting messages. Me, 25F, and my BF, 29, have been together for almost a couple of years now. This is my relationship that has lasted over 1 year. I have had several men before, whereas he's had more longer-term relationships. Recently I've been having thoughts about the whole relationship construct and doubting that this specific set of rules and expectations suits all humans equally. I love my BF and I like him sexually a lot. But in this case, and as with every long-term relationship before that, I've thought of other men a lot. Often it's been people I know or just fantasies, consistently. I think that this is normal to some extent, and he probably also didn't stop liking women generally just because he's with me. So right off the bat, we know we're going to be sexually attracted to other people, without making an issue of it. I have never cheated on anyone and I'm determined not to. However, I've usually allowed myself to indulge in flirting, and recently as part of a trip I ended up going to a guy's house, and I let him kiss me. I broke it off, but while it lasted it felt extremely good. We had a connection, and a kind of passion I hadn't felt in a while. It's been a few days and I am still seeing the results of this little experiment. I am not feeling as guilty about it as I thought I would, for now. Sexually, things between me and my BF are in a pretty good phase, as I guess I've got a little inspiration. I don't plan to pursue this, and I know it's a lapse in judgment etc., but I can't help but think that this incident didn't really hurt our relationship. I dare say it may have spiced it up a bit. It may OFC be that I just haven't given it enough time to see the negative consequences. And I'm wondering about what the consequences would have been if I had really had sex with that person. Attraction and lust are just part of human nature. I'm not trying to give myself excuses, but I'm just thinking if there's a way to still get this pleasure within the current structure of relationships. I still love my boyfriend and I don't feel like my interest for him has diminished. We don't have any specific kind of problem either. Some people have open relationships. I have, in the past, been in an open relationship. He was with a couple of girls initially. I got over my jealousy, but when I had other guys he couldn't stand it, and we broke it off. I am not quite sure how I feel about open relationships. I think it's normal to feel jealous, but now, my questions. To be in a monogamous relationship means to be possessive of the other person and restrict them completely sexually. Is this normal/adequate? Are people in more open relationships able to work it out and fight the dragon of wanting the other person just for themselves? Have we been conditioned to see sexuality and mating in such a way that it's practically impossible to pursue anything other than a standard relationship, with all the issues that this brings? I know that me and my boyfriend see things differently overall. I have had lots of boyfriends, and I've had sexual experiences he has criticized me for and tried to make me feel bad about initially. I greatly admire and appreciate his commitment as part of our relationship, but I feel that I just could not see things in exactly the same way as he does. Anyway, these are my thoughts that I don't really dare share with anyone, and I know most people would look critically upon me, so I'm just going to leave them here. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. There are many interesting stories ahead of you.